Hi, everyone. Just a quick trigger warning for this part 2 of our Karen Reed coverage. We talk about Sandra Birchmore at the end of this episode. And if you're familiar with the case, you know there's aspects of it that include self-harm. So if you want to skip that when we bring up Sandra Birchmore, just please, end it there. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the show. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Little Miss Recap. My name's Amy.
Hi, I'm Amanda, and this is Leo. He might make a noise. He just did. Perfectly timed.
Aw. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to our coverage of Karen Reed. It's A Body in the Snow, the trial of Karen Reed.
Mm-hmm.
We yapped for an hour just about episodes 1 and 2.
Right. We knew going into this was going to be a two-parter.
Mm-hmm.
The second part may be 2 hours. I don't know. We're just going to be here yapping about this. Amy took an encyclopedia of notes.
Copious notes.
Copious notes. That's my girl. That's why I have her here.
Mm-hmm.
She is nothing if not a good student.
I take murder seriously.
You do.
I do. I know this is so stupid, but I feel a real sense of like you have to get it right.
To the story.
Yes, because you need justice for the victim. So you
Absolutely.
need to do this right.
You take it very seriously.
So as we said in episode 1, I don't know why you'd be listening to this out of order. Maybe you're a maniac. I don't know.
Or maybe your podcast player has decided for you in the wrong order. Go back to the first one.
Go back to the first one.
And come back here.
And I will just briefly reiterate the disclaimer that we are not looking at this case in its totality.
Nope.
We are looking at the documentary and what we are seeing in the documentary. So if you want like full wall-to-wall coverage of Karen Reed, go over to Caught on My Web. Caught on My Web. You could get caught on a web.
Caught on a web, but it's caught in my web, Jodine
web.
Weber's podcast.
Yes, it's a Patreon only podcast, definitely worth your $5 a month or $8 a month admission, whatever it is.
Right.
I'm there. I'm listening to her every day. Everybody should.
Same.
So here we go, Amanda. We are picking up. We're just going to jump right in.
Go for it.
We are picking up on episode 3.
Episode 3. Okay.
So episode 3 starts to, I love how you just humor me through this whole thing, like how serious I take it. You're just like, okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. Do what you got to do. I'm here for you, man.
I love you.
I am the straight man to your whatever's going on over there. Serious, ridiculous.
Do we have a Menendez update?
No Menendez update.
Okay, all right.
How's Bob Durst doing? Still dead? Okay, good. Continue on.
Still dead.
Okay,
love it. So the Canton police are trying to process the scene. Now, remember, they arrive at this scene. The Massachusetts State Police is usually who handles the investigation. They can't get there because there's a fucking blizzard. And it is like a historical blizzard.
Yeah.
And so
I actually think that's the weekend I was supposed to go see Reality Gaze in New York.
Oh.
But
yeah, I think you're right.
Blizzarded it out.
It was a bad blizzard. Yeah. So the Canton police are there. They're doing this, but it wasn't considered a homicide. So like they didn't process it with the thoroughness that you might if you suspected foul play. Nobody did.
No, they just thought some accident sort of happened.
Yeah. So the blizzard's happening, visibility's low. Basically, the prosecution argues that there are taillight fragments. So this is where we're getting into the taillight. Okay.
Right.
Canton police decide, and this is something that drove Jodie Weber crazy, and I don't blame her, to use leaf blowers to blow the scene around.
Yeah, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Now, does Timmy use a leaf blower to blow the mud out of our garage after it dries into dirt? Yes.
Of course, but it's Timmy not a crime scene.
Leaf blower to blow the grass shavings off of the driveway?
Yes. Of course.
You do not use a leaf blower to process a murder scene. I even know that, and I'm a poetry major.
I know that too. The last time I used a leaf blower was to try to get really lazy about shoveling the driveway after snow.
Okay.
To see if I could blow it.
Yes.
It was too heavy, but it was worth a shot. It was worth a try.
But again, you were not processing a murder scene.
No, nobody was at all murdered,
scene.
to the best of my knowledge.
Right. So all they find at the time are small pieces of glass that appear to be from a cocktail glass. So put a pin in that. They're saying cocktail glass.
Right.
Because remember, these idiots are all running around after the bar with
that
the
they
full
stole
drink.
from the water. I keep wanting to call it the water wheel.
I know, it's
Because
the
we make a
waterfall.
restaurant here called the Water Wheel, so
Mhm,
that's why I think that's
mhm.
the waterfall.
Do you
Who
remember
takes their glasses with them? And
well,
not
you're
never mind that it's roadies, like okay,
I know.
anyway.
You're not a It's Always Sunny watcher,
No,
but
I'm not.
there is you need to watch it.
I know I do, it's
There
on my
is an
list.
episode where Dennis wants to eat a cereal while he's driving. This is his new thing, and this
Okay.
reminded me of this. Like, it's just ridiculous. So they gathered the blood drops in 6 solo cups. So they find the shards and they find blood drops, and
Okay.
they run and get solo cups. I don't know where from. Maybe my daughter's drinking in the woods party. I'm not sure. And they get these solo cups and they're scraping the blood into it and they stick it in like a Stop and Shop bag.
This does not feel like official evidence gathering. I've watched a lot of Law and Order SVU. This does not feel right.
Well, so here's what the cops say about this. And I sort of see their point here. They're like, conditions were deteriorating
Yeah.
rapidly.
Sure.
They did the best they could in an absolute blizzard, bizarre situation. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
But still.
So
Okay.
Michael Lank was a responding officer. He goes in the house. He is the only person to go in the house
Mhm.
for 10 minutes.
Okay.
He talks with Brian and Nicole Alberts, who he has known for decades.
Right. They're all buddies. All of these people
They're
are
all
buds.
buddies. Sergeant Lank comes out of the house and then says, I think this might be a homicide.
Oh, just after 10 minutes of talking with Brian and Nicole.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
So then we meet the investigators here, Yuri Buchanek. Yeah, I think that's how they say it. And Michael Proctor. They are both state troopers. Michael Proctor, by the way, guys, current day has been fired, and we have more on that later.
Yes. Michael Proctor is a real
He's
problem.
a real fucking problem.
Yeah.
So they go to the hospital to collect John O'Keefe's things, and they realize that there's only one sneaker, which we hear is common in a vehicle strike, that you are often knocked out of one or both of your shoes.
Which was interesting to me, but okay.
It makes sense, though, when you think about it.
It kind of does.
You're like, boop, and your shoe
I mean,
is kind of still
I guess
there.
it kind of depends on how loose your shoes are.
Yeah.
Like if I had sneakers tied on to me, I don't feel like they would pop off, but like
when I try
a pair of Birks would.
Like when I try to be cool and wear Chucks and they're so narrow and tight on me because I'm a lady of a certain age and they're like skin on bologna, like you're not getting those off in a vehicle strike.
I've always wanted a pair of Chucks and I've never been able to have them because my feet are so big. They look ludicrous.
Oh, I understand.
They look stupid.
Well, I just can't wear, like I used to wear them religiously. That was my shoe of choice growing up. But, I wanted to be cool and like get some cool ones, and they're just not orthopedic enough for me. Whatever. Okay. So they're showing this and talking about it. Well, they're talking about it, and as they're showing his mother, and she's crying. And I felt really bad.
I feel terrible for John O'Keefe's family and friends.
I do too.
It's
too.
terrible.
And his story and his life has been lost in this, literally and figuratively.
We don't talk about him.
No. So Karen Reed, now let's get to the taillight. Okay. Here's the taillight is a big piece of evidence.
The taillight of it all.
Yes. Karen Reed has a busted rear passenger side taillight. Okay. She has no idea how this happened because she was so fucking drunk. So 2 or 3 days after they arrest her, they take her car and her cell phone, and they take her car to the Sallyport Bay. Now you're going to hear that word a lot.
I had to Google what a Sallyport was because
what is it? Can you tell me? Can you tell our audience?
Yeah, I'm going to actually get the actual definition because I was like, "What the fuck is a Sallyport?"
The Sallyport Bay, all I know about it is located at the Canton Police Department.
It is a secure, controlled entryway typical found in fortifications, prisons, or similar secure locations. So the Sallyport is where they would pull in a car that's evidence that's in a secure location, all of that, so that they could investigate it. Okay. So it's basically, we're not leaving it in a driveway somewhere or in a parking lot.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's what a Sallyport is. But I had no idea. But we talk a lot about it.
I had no idea, but yeah, you hear it a lot. And you can kind of guess from context clues what it was.
Yeah, I was like, it has to be someplace we're putting the car, but I didn't know what that meant.
I have a true confession here.
What's that?
Amy's true crime, true confession.
Oh, God.
I thought it was Sally Port and capital letters on both. And like it was somebody's
home or something.
Yes.
That actually kind of occurred to me too. We're real smart over here.
Who would play Sally Port in the movie version of this? Catherine O'Hara.
Oh, I was going with Meryl Streep, but okay.
As Sally Port. Are you bringing that car into my bay?
So no, it would be Catherine O'Hara as what's her bucket? Moira Rose. Moira Rose.
Yeah, I like it.
When she's done with all the Crow movies, then or the Raven movies, she's over that one.
So now we learned that the CERT team, which is like a state police rescue and search arm, okay? They show up at the Alberts lawn at 5 p.m. Again, this is the day after. So John O'Keefe is found dead in the middle of the night.
At midnight, and this is 5 o'clock technically that same calendar day, but that evening.
And it's nighttime, and it's dark.
It's dark because it's winter.
Okay. They were told by Proctor, they say, to look for a taillight and a sneaker. Suddenly, Amanda, there's like 45 pieces of taillight there now.
Who'd have thunk it? They weren't there hours ago.
No, I wrote, it's raining taillight. It's raining taillight.
And here's the problem. It's been snowing.
Yeah.
Okay. Just calling that
So now here's something interesting, and I would want to dig down into this, and this is something we have to ask Jody Weber.
Okay.
They find taillight debris in his clothing. Is that true? Do we know if that's true?
I don't know.
Because Michael Proctor, the chain of command there, the chain of custody of that evidence goes through Proctor, and that's unreliable.
And he's complete garbage.
Yep. So it seems like strong evidence until you dig deeper. So here's the deeper. They get the Ring video footage from John's house in Discovery. And it shows Karen pulling out at 5:07 a.m. This is when she was hysterical and she's going to get Jen McCabe.
And probably still drunk.
She hits his car.
Yep.
Now, did it look like she hit it hard? No. But keep in mind, a taillight can bust really easily.
Yeah, it doesn't take a lot to fuck up a taillight.
So they get Yuri Buchanan to admit that, yes, she is hitting his car in the video. You could see his tire move. She's definitely hitting it. Now, here's the
It's not at a high rate of speed, but it's clear that she made contact with his car.
Correct. Now, here's the debate. Did she hit the car hard enough to crack her taillight then? Because the cops claim that there were no pieces of taillight on the ground at that house, and there should have been.
Okay.
Again, who are the cops? Who searched for it? Was it Michael Proctor? Then it's garbage.
Yep. The other the problem I have is all the video cameras in town too, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. Some people think she did this intentionally, and I don't, because I don't think, based on what we've seen of her on that dash cam being all hysterical and crazy, running around like my grandma would say, like a chicken with their head cut off.
Yep. That's a prime it's a Martha Lipnackism too.
Yep. I don't think she was thinking straight enough or sober enough to think, oh, I need to back out of the thing and hit his car to cover up my taillight damage.
Yep.
Nobody's thinking of that. But if she did hit his car at this time, it would explain why she says to Jen McCabe, I have a cracked taillight, because it just happened.
Right.
So she might be like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know where he is. I cracked my taillight. You know what I mean? It might be in that.
She's hysterical.
Yes. Yes. So David Yannetti firmly believes this evidence was planted. And they asked the responding officers who initially searched the scene, the Canton Police Departments, the snowblower guys or leaf blower guys. Did you see 45 pieces of taillight? They're like, no. Did you see one piece of taillight? No. Okay, now here's where it gets real conspiratorial. Okay,
conspiratory.
Conspiratory. Thank you. Wow. Okay, so the car is in the Sally Port at 5:36 p.m. We don't have video of the car being pulled into the Sally Port because that is missing.
Yep. As is a lot of other cameras in and around Canton when they were, towing her car there, where we could have seen the taillight. And also the taillights the night before to see if there was already a cracked taillight the night before. But all of that video just seems to have been missing.
It's all been deleted. And in fact, David Yannetti and Alan Jackson are still to this day in court fighting to get the remainder of this Sally Port video. So there's 46 minutes missing. That's sketch.
That feels like a lot. I mean, like even there was like supposedly cameras like over the library that they drove past. Those
Those are gone too.
not a single camera in all of Canton was recording that night.
Yep. So this place, this Sallyport, Miss Moira Rose's home,
right,
is only is only a few minutes from Brian Albert's house. Like a few minutes. Okay, keep that in mind.
Yeah.
The CERT team shows up at 34 Fairview Road at 5 o'clock by their account. Okay, so they keep a journal of what they do. They have written down, we showed up 5 o'clock.
Yep.
They dig and they search for 45 minutes and they find nothing.
Okay.
Then suddenly at 5:46 p.m., they have written that they find a very obvious piece of taillight on top of the snow that nobody has seen before. In the next 15 minutes, they find John's shoe and they find 2 to 6 more pieces of taillight. Okay. Now, there is a window in which someone could have planted something. So don't forget, we see the car in the carport at 5:36. Now, this is the video that we have in the Sallyport. 5:36 to 5:46 gives somebody 10 minutes.
Yep.
At 5:36, we see Michael Proctor by that taillight doing something suspicious. And we only see that because Alan Jackson, David Yannetti, the geniuses that they are, realize that the video we're watching is mirrored.
Yes.
And if they didn't catch that, because if you just see the video, it looks like Michael Proctor is on the other side of the car. So what's wrong with that? That's not the suspicious taillight side.
Right.
But no, we're looking at the driver's side, but it looks like we're looking at the passenger side.
Right.
And they only realized the video was mirrored because of the word police on the car was backwards.
Yep. It's
Genius.
Amazing. I would bet Leo.
Oh, cover his ears. Yeah.
That Michael Proctor just took the taillight right off there, just chucked it on the ground at Brian Albert's house, and then went
Yep. And you see him. He does something and he walks out of that garage.
Yeah, he's so dirty.
So he could have shown up at the scene. He would have blended right in because he's the lead investigator. Nobody would have questioned that he was there.
Right.
He could just dropped it out of his pocket and, like Karen Reed said, hey guys, look over here. And why would they think anything else?
Right. He's another one of them.
So, of course, over the course of the next 2 weeks, Michael Proctor finds 46 more pieces of taillight. Wow.
Wow.
Now the Sallyport video, and we talked about this already. The video's backwards. We don't know why. On the video, you see Proctor there. He's suspiciously there for a long time. We get a weird scene now between Alan Jackson and Karen Reed, and they're in the car. And he's telling her how to behave in court, and she's like fighting back with him.
Yeah.
And he's going, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you.
This is how you need to show up here, girl.
You're going to have lip readers.
Yeah.
People are going to be watching your every single move. And so now we hear from this reporter who says, when the jury is not present, Karen is laughing, making small talk, posing for pictures.
It's not a great look.
Good taste. Not in good taste.
It's not a great. She didn't help herself in a lot of ways. But
when the jury's present, she's stoic.
Okay.
But here's my thing. His family is present.
I know.
His children might see this. His niece and nephew, who he has raised as his children.
I know. That's what's hard.
It's hard. And another note I made, and this is just me, and I'm a very emotional person, but I understand not everybody is, but she also just never shows emotion. And I would have tried to like Robin Brown this shit and eke out a tear when they're talking about him dying.
We could have pulled out some crying adjacent behavior. She could have just stuck her little eye.
Yeah, you could have even been like you could, if you're watching on video, you could have just went like that would be enough.
Yeah.
Just kind of shake your head and be like, oh, yes. But no, we don't even get that. We just get just
stoic.
Yeah. Okay, the next question that they tackle is, did John come into the house? Okay. This is where your Apple Watch stuff is going to come in.
This is where my Apple Watch stuff is pertinent.
So Jen McCabe and Nicole Albert say he never came into the house. Brian Albert says, never saw him. Every single person said, never saw him come in the house. Even people who were in different areas of the house and wouldn't see him
Right.
swear that he didn't come into the house.
Yep.
Okay. The argument is, did Karen Reed see John O'Keefe go into the house? So they're saying there's two sides, and I'm presenting the prosecutor side, but that doesn't mean the prosecutors are saying it's just the she's guilty side. Okay.
Yes. Yep.
They're saying when she discovered that he was dead, so she shows up at 34 Fairview Road with Jen McCabe and that other Julie person or what, Carrie.
Yeah.
When they show up, if she saw him dead, shouldn't she have been asking what happened to him? What happened to him in the house? I don't disagree with that.
I don't disagree with that either. But she was also, I think, not of sound mind.
How did he get here?
Right.
I wouldn't be yelling, did I hit him?
Yeah.
I would be like, how the fuck did he get here?
Right. Why is he here?
Right. No one saw a body when they were leaving, but to be fair, it was a blizzard and the body was very far off to the side of the yard, like almost on the next door neighbor's yard.
And that's the other part. If she pulls up to the house, even if she's like right in front of the street and she backs up a little bit, she's not backing up as far as his body wound up being.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't know. There's Jen McCabe's story changes about where she looked out and saw Karen's car. She did say at one point she saw it by the flagpole, but then she says it was up in front of the house.
Right.
So I don't know. So Julie Nagel was at the house and she now claims that she saw something that looked like a body when she left. So she was leaving with Jen McCabe. Jen McCabe was driving her home. She said it looked like a black blob, Amanda, on the ground by the flagpole.
Okay. Black blob.
Okay. Alan Jackson says Proctor went out and had an unrecorded sit down with Julie Nagel, and then suddenly she remembers seeing a body.
That's convenient.
Okay. Now, we're only on page. What page are we on? 8.
Oh, good. Keep going.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, don't be sorry. This is fun.
Little Miss Recap will be right back after this break. For ad-free episodes, visit littlemissrecap.com/support. Amanda.
Amy.
For our sponsor, Lumi Gummies today, I have an idea. I think we should do a rapid fire bonus round. Which 90-day celebrity stars need a Lumi Gummy or have taken a Lumi Gummy maybe?
Okay. Madeline.
Oh, I have her on my list too. Manon. Manon could really use indica.
Yeah, to calm her the fuck down.
Calm down a little bit.
I think Jenny could use a sativa to maybe up the energy a little bit because there's none there.
Funny you mentioned Jenny. I have Sumit's aunt can use one to
definitely
chill out a little bit.
She definitely could use one. This is a wild card. Florian could use one. I don't know what variety.
Yeah,
but
maybe
I feel
he needs a hybrid.
I feel like Florian on a gummy would be good.
Yeah. I also have Dylan's mom from Dylan and Patia.
Yeah.
And I have Luke's dad of Luke and Madeline.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we can use Lumi Gummies as well.
Yes.
Yes.
All the time.
Consistent, mellow, and super delicious, Lumi Gummies are specifically designed to make you feel good, not stoned. Whether you're looking for an end-of-the-day de-stressor, a midday mood boost, or help getting the best sleep ever, Lumi Gummies has a strain that's right for you. So, Amanda, our flavor that we like a lot in this home is the sour strawberry cookie hybrid.
Ooh, is it particularly sour?
It's not super sour because I don't like sour things.
Yeah, I don't either.
But I just find that it's the perfect blend of up and down. It's right in the middle.
Nice.
But you feel good. I really like it.
I'm a hybrid girly myself, and I'm going to go with the watermelon sorbet because I do enjoy watermelon, and it's just a nice, cool, chill evening of watching TV.
You know what I need to do? I need to take one before Sister Wives comes out. Before I meet my arch nemesis in the ring.
Yes. I think it would help you a great deal. I think it would help Cody Brown a great deal.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Guys, Lumi Gummies are available nationwide. Go to lumigummies.com. That's LUMI gummies.com. Use code Little Miss Recap for 30% off your order. That is Lumi Gummies, LUMI gummies.com. Code Little Miss Recap. Lumis.com. Code Little Miss Recap. It's 30%. And the link is in the show notes if you guys need it. Okay. So there's sort of a witness. This guy, Julie Nagel's brother, this is suspicious too.
Right.
He comes to pick her up after she texts him and says, come pick me up. So she is hanging out with Brian Albert's son. And she texts her brother, come to 34 Fairview and get me, whatever.
Mhm.
He shows up supposedly at the same exact time that Karen Reed is there in
Right.
that 10-minute window. And he says he saw Karen Reed's vehicle pull forward and stop. And Julie comes out and she decides to go back into the party, even though she had him
Come get her.
come get her. That is suspicious to me.
Me too.
Why?
I mean, it'd be one thing if she ran back into, oh, I forgot my purse. Run back in and grab it. But
I think
she went back in and didn't come back out.
I think the timing of it is suspicious
Mm-hmm.
because we know John O'Keefe just got into that house.
Right.
I think she came out and said, there's something going on. I can't leave.
Mm-hmm.
I got to go back.
Yeah.
I'll get a ride. That's what I think happened.
Ugh.
So Julie decides to go back in, and Ryan says he sees Karen in the car. No John.
Mhm.
And John's not outside either. So where was he? He had to have been in the house.
He was in the house.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
truly believe he was in that house.
So tell me about the Apple Watch stuff, because that's not in here.
So, and I didn't do a deep dive on this, but here's from what I remember. John was wearing an Apple Watch that night.
Mm-hmm.
When you go up and down stairs,
Mm-hmm.
quite often, your Apple Watch will record that. How many flights of stairs did you go up today? Here, let me take a look right now. I'm wearing my Apple Watch. Let's see if this is accurate. It says, I have climbed 5 flights of stairs today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It has showed that he went up and down stairs in there. It also showed he had an elevated heart rate.
Oh, interesting.
Mhm.
Okay. So
Which-
so let's do this. Let's do
Yeah.
this. So the Apple Watch is going to record this kind of motion,
Yes.
right? Like an up and down
Mhm.
bobbing motion, kind
Mhm.
of. Different than when you're just walking and it's like a sway.
Yes.
It's going to be an up and down. Could it have recorded him fighting off?
I think it
something?
absolutely could have.
Okay.
I think what happened is do you want me to tell you what my theory is about the whole thing?
All right, go ahead.
Here's what I think happened. Brian
Mhm.
Higgins was at this house. By the way, Brian Higgins and Karen Reed were having some sort of dalliance.
Mhm.
Details
We'll
of
get
that,
there. Yep.
we'll get there. I think what happened is he got in the house. Brian Higgins was there. They got into a fight.
Mm-hmm.
The dog
Mm-hmm.
attacked John.
Mm-hmm.
There might have been some punches thrown, and they threw him out of the house going, get out of here, loser.
Mm-hmm.
He stumbled in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
He fell and he died. And he died in the snow.
That's very close to my theory.
It's very close.
Yeah.
And to be fair, the articulation of that as clearly as I was able to do it came from our post in BDF. That is the kid family theory as well from one of our BDFs. And it makes perfect sense to me.
Me too. Me too.
It makes a lot more sense to me than anything else.
I don't think anyone murdered John O'Keefe.
No.
I think John O'Keefe died as the result of other people's actions.
I think a lot of bad things happened that led up to him. But I don't think anybody went into that night going, we're going to murder John O'Keefe.
Yeah. But here's where my theory differs from yours.
Okay.
I think he comes out of the house. Karen is still there.
Oh.
They get into it a little bit. And I think he threw his cocktail glass at her car.
It's possible.
I think that's what happened. And I think...
Which would explain the broken glass.
I think she did not hit him, but he was behind her throwing the glass at her.
Okay.
And that's what made her think, did I hit him?
Right.
She knows he was behind her.
Right.
That's what I think. And
Okay.
I think everybody in that fucking house is lying.
I think so too.
And I think two things can be true. Even if she hit him accidentally, I don't think she did. But if she did, I think they saw that and they were like, this is our chance. Like, this is... Okay. So let's keep going.
Okay.
So, Now here's the weird part. Brian Albert is a police officer.
Mhm.
He is, I think he's a sergeant.
Yeah. He's high up in the force.
Yeah. Brian Albert knows how to respond to an accident.
Sure.
He knows how to respond to a crime scene. He knows how to wade through chaos, if you will.
Yeah.
He knows crowd management, especially in a situation like this.
Mhm.
No one in that group is more prepared to deal with what is going on here than Brian Albert.
Correct.
He never comes out of the house.
He never comes out of the house.
And it's on his front lawn.
I got to tell you, there's a kerfuffle outside my house. I'm at a minimum sticking my little face out there going,
Yeah.
"Ooh, what's going on?"
Yeah.
And I have none of these skills.
He never comes out of the house.
No. There are
No.
literally police on his front lawn and he never goes outside?
Now, we all know law enforcement is like a fraternity.
Yep.
There is no way on earth another Boston police officer is gravely injured on his
And
front
you're not
lawn
going outside.
and he doesn't come outside.
Nope.
That, to me, that is the smoking gun.
Me too.
I think it is the oddest thing that no one has been able to explain.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
There's a couple more smoking guns too, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But I feel like that's a big one.
Oh yeah, that's a really big fucking one.
So what happened to him in that house? Okay. Oh, and no one else has ever been in the house to examine it.
No.
So we don't know.
No, there was no investigation in that house, and there should have been.
So I'm going to introduce you to the Chloe theory. I know you know it well.
Mhm.
Chloe is their German Shepherd.
Mm-hmm.
I almost said she is 15 meters long. She's our little
She's a
girl.
Whoa. She's over 50 feet. She may be swimming around the Pacific Ocean near New Zealand. We don't know.
If you haven't listened to our 90 Day Fiancé coverage, we track our whales and our
Hawksbill turtle.
At the end of every episode. So you're missing a lot of drama over there.
Well, one of Amy's whales is a whore. So I don't know what to tell you.
That's true. Okay. So Chloe is not good with strangers.
No.
I know. I have a dog like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They get a dog bite expert. Her name is Marie Russell. She testifies that the marks on John O'Keefe's right arm are consistent, she believes, with a large dog attack.
Yep.
And we go through the marks. And she says she is an ER doctor.
Mm-hmm.
So she has dealt with
a ton of dog bites.
And she has dealt with people who've been hit by cars who come in.
Yeah.
She says this was not that. Mm-mm. Now we get this dog DNA expert. This is real weird. And
how do you become a dog DNA expert, Amy?
I don't know, but can I get that job? So they do swabs and they say there was no canine DNA, but there was pig DNA.
What? Makes sense.
And it could come from food like pork or bacon. I'm like, okay, this makes sense. There's many days I just rub bacon all over me because I'm eating it and it's all over me like I'm a slob.
Or one of those pig ear treats. That was the thing. I was like, oh, it's a pig ear treat.
On Cross, they get her to admit it could come from dog treats, even pig ears.
Mm-hmm.
And Alan Jackson, Amanda, wants access to the dog, but guess what?
They don't have the dog anymore.
They've rehomed the dog and they cannot tell you to whom, and they have no idea where.
You have rehomed a pet.
I have.
In the time of Little Miss Recap existing.
I rehomed my cat Sterling.
Do you know where Sterling is?
I know exactly where he is. Because I rehomed him to the rescue that I rescued him from, they got in contact with me and let me know he was adopted by a nice family.
Good.
Yes.
Because you cared about this animal.
Yeah.
And before in large part, you rehomed the animal because you cared so much about him.
Before people come for me.
Yeah.
I rehomed Sterling because he was having a very stressful situation with my dogs and he was not living his best life.
No. And he was not meant. Your dogs are not meant to have a cat in the house.
No. And he he's very happy in his new home. There's a little boy in the home who absolutely loves him.
Perfect.
So he's good.
Good.
But yeah, I could tell you where he went.
Yes.
I can tell you why he went.
Yes.
This is not that.
No.
Okay.
No. I can't imagine. Rehoming a pet is
a very hard decision.
It's a very hard decision. Yeah. It is. You've tried everything else.
I will tell you the problem we were having with Sterling is he was going outside of his litter box and he was hiding all the time. So we did all the medical testing. I bought different litter boxes. I bought different litter. I put the litter, like if I tried to solve this problem for over a year and it cost me a lot of fucking money, but I wanted to try everything.
Right. Because you loved him and you cared about him.
Yes.
Like, so rehoming a pet is not something, it's not something good people take lightly.
Yeah, I agree. But Brian Albert can't tell you anything about where Chloe is.
Nope. No idea.
So Alan Jackson believes that John O'Keefe walked into the house, was confronted, brought into the basement, punches flew, and then he was moved into the yard. Now, I will tell you this. I have 2 big dogs. I
Mhm.
have 2 border collies. I mean, they're not huge, but
Right.
Nellie, who is mixed with the Great Pyrenees, is pretty big.
Yeah, she's a big girl.
Arlo is a big border collie.
Yep.
Whenever we do anything odd, they freak out. So, for example, when I'm having one of my sobbing episodes,
Uh-huh.
if I'm sobbing and Timmy comes over and is hugging me, the dogs are going nuts barking at us.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
they're very triggered by any kind of. So if there was a fight, I have no doubt in my mind Chloe would have attacked John O'Keefe.
Yeah, I agree.
And if
I
somebody
agree.
tried to fight me, I guarantee you Nellie would attack them.
Uh-huh.
Guarantee it.
Absolutely.
So
Nellie would attack anybody who looked at you sideways.
I know.
She loves you.
She's obsessed with me.
Mm-hmm.
The prosecution believes that it is too far afield to think that every single person in this group is involved in this cover up. And they're like, why would they put him in the front yard, especially when they could have just thrown him in the road where he would have got hit by an actual car, or put him on the railroad tracks? Wow. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
All
Stand
right.
by me. Now it's getting real crazy.
That's kind of like the OJ If I Did It book.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
Here's how you murder somebody and try to get away with
throw
it.
him out there. Thing is, I don't think I think he probably stumbled out. I don't think they carried his lifeless body outside.
Yeah, there was no sign of drag marks.
Right.
There was no sign of any of that.
Yeah.
I think he went outside of his own volition. Okay, episode 4. The town is divided. We basically have 2 sides. The free Karen Reed, started by Turtle Boy, and the Karen Reed is guilty side.
Started by everybody else.
Everybody else. Okay. So I want to talk about this weird scene that we get for a second. Karen is watching ring video footage of John O'Keefe's house.
Mm-hmm.
And we see him moving his car and stuff so that she could come later and park in his stall.
Mm-hmm.
She says, this is the last time he'll ever move his car. And the producer says, how do you feel seeing this? And she's like, I don't feel anything anymore. Everything I feel is a precursor to the nightmare I'm living in. I mean, I used to watch it and think, poor guy. He's doing everything for the last time. This felt really removed for me.
I felt like if I'm Karen Reed, I don't necessarily want this little thing out there in the world because it makes me seem like a really soulless, heartless bitch.
Yeah. And,
and I could say, if she had just said, you know what, I actually don't feel anything anymore. I've seen it so many times.
Yeah.
I've been so living deep in the evidence of all of this that I've gotten numb to it all.
Mm-hmm,
Stop.
Mm-hmm.
Just stop talking there. And then I think most people would have been like, okay, I get it. I get how you could get there.
I just didn't feel like, and I'm going to take heat for this, and I know it, but I didn't feel like there was a lot of love there between them. And
I don't think there was.
And I don't know. I don't want people to think I'm saying that all women should be acting emotional, blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying poor guy, this is the last time he's going to move his car, feels weird.
It does feel weird.
Like, even if you don't feel it, just fake it because you know this is a documentary that people are going to see.
Right. Yeah.
So
there's something about her affect and her way of being that is very perplexing to me.
She's just very removed from this. And that could be, she does say I feel like I've mourned him and I'm fighting for him now, but the fight has shifted to me and I have to save myself. And that I understood.
I mean, he's dead. He's dead. Like nothing that's going to happen here is going to change.
And like they didn't have a 20-year marriage or anything like that, but
they had a really what sounds like shitty relationship actually.
But I think it would go a long way for her to just say something like, and we talk about men in this way too. Like when Scott Peterson was testifying, he showed no emotion for Lacey or for Connor
or his baby. Yeah,
like it was weird.
Yeah,
like
agreed.
Just
Chris Watts, same thing.
Pro tip: if you're on trial for murdering somebody, act like you liked them at one point.
Act
Might
like
help.
You gave a fuck.
Might help. Yeah.
Chris Watts, the exact same thing too.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, yikes. Now there's something with Allie McCabe and Colin Albert that I don't really know. That's not really talked about in the documentary a lot. But Allie McCabe is Jen's daughter who wasn't even there that night.
Nope.
And she's on the stand crying, saying she's being harassed at her school. This is a kid. Okay. They switch to Karen Reed and she goes, I don't feel sympathy for any of these people. They shouldn't be witnesses. They should be suspects. Well, I get you feeling that way with her parents, but this
But
kid
this is a
didn't do
kid.
anything.
Yeah. This kid is just a victim of being in a family that's under the microscope.
And to be fair, the way this is the way we're seeing it.
Mhm.
We don't like the way they cut it makes it seem like she's responding to that clip.
Right.
But we
Who
don't know
knows
if she is.
Yeah.
They could have just said, how do you feel about the McCabe's?
Right.
Okay. Now the Brian Higgins of it all. Are you ready?
Let's go.
A few weeks before all of this, Karen and Brian Higgins are flirting via text.
Mhm.
He's forced to read these in court, and it's hilarious.
They're hilarious.
He tells the court, the defendant
I would
kissed me.
not want any of my like early texts with Todd like before we even met. Ugh.
No. I text Timmy the other day. I'm like, hey, babe, you coming upstairs? And I put a eggplant. Like, just joking around.
Right.
Totally joking. I wouldn't want that read in court. I just read it for all of you.
Yes,
I read it for the 12 listeners who are listening. Okay. So he tells the court that the defendant kissed him romantically. There were 50 text messages. I will say she seemed to be the one to initiate it.
Mhm.
Karen defends this by saying, John O'Keefe and I are not married. We're just dating. We're middle-aged. We don't pay a mortgage together. We don't have kids together. Okay.
Yeah, I would like to understand more of their relationship because she
Karen
tries
and
to
John?
she tries to sell it now like they were just dating.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it wasn't a committed relationship. It wasn't serious. It had gone on for a couple of years. The problem I have with all that, if we're just dating, it's real casual. She went back to his house that night, had a key.
Yeah.
Was comfortable enough to be there with his children.
Well, and it flips.
I would just like to know more of their relationship.
It flips because she also talks about like, I was in love with this man. I could never have hurt him. Like,
right.
so
her story about her relationship with John
goes back
consistent.
and forth. Yeah, I agree. Okay. So she says, look, this only lasted a few weeks and it was on the heels of our fight in Aruba. In Aruba, John runs into somebody who's like a friend of his sister's. Now, remember, his sister's passed.
Yeah.
He sees a friend of hers. This girl testifies. She's like, I just saw like my buddy John O'Keefe and we hugged and it was like, oh, funny seeing you in Aruba, you know, that kind of thing.
Right. Like I'm not used to running into people in foreign countries that I know from home.
Karen starts screaming at him and her in public in the lobby and tells her to go fuck herself.
Mm-hmm. That's not great. They
bring in Facebook chats between Karen and John, messages from that day, the fight that they had. He is really aggressively trying to break up with her. And I think he's doing it in a very clear way.
Yeah.
She's not having it.
No.
She is not having it.
She wouldn't accept it.
That to me is a red flag.
I don't think I'd want this woman in my life. That doesn't mean she's a murderer. That doesn't mean she should go to prison.
I agree. But to me, what it does mean is that fight outside at the Albert house could have been a lot uglier than she's saying.
Oh, it could absolutely have been a lot.
Because she goes from 0 to 700.
They both go from 0 to 700 and they get real mean and real ugly with each other.
I don't know. Did we see that side of him?
He said horrible things to her too via text.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Now we get the phone situation. 2:22 a.m. Brian Albert calls Brian Higgins for 1 second. Higgins calls him right back. The call lasts 22 seconds. Okay, let's do a little test here, Amanda.
Okay. You're going to start a timer and see how much we can say in 22 seconds?
Yep. Well, we're just going to sit here.
Okay.
So just don't say anything.
You got it.
Here we go. Okay, that was 10 seconds.
And that was awkward as fuck.
And terrible for a podcast.
Yes.
But that was 10 seconds.
We could have said a lot in that.
Double that.
I could have very easily said to you, Amy, get over here right now. Something's going down. Come now.
Yep. 100%. You're not going to believe this. We have a situation. I need you to come over. Oh, what's going on? Can't talk about it on the phone. Can you just come over?
Get here.
Yep, I'll be right there.
Yep.
But no, they're saying this was an inadvertent butt dial.
No.
Now, you guys heard that 10 seconds of silence.
I am somebody who gets butt dialed an awful lot. You know why? Because I'm the first person in a lot of people's contact list with a name like Amanda.
Yeah, me too.
I get butt dialed a lot.
And if I'm in your iPhone under my first or last name, I get butt dialed a lot. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So Higgins claimed, I didn't call him back. I butt dialed him back. A lot of butt dialing going on here. These people are fucking lying.
Yes.
Okay. 12:14 a.m. Jen McCabe calls John O'Keefe. 10:29. John O'Keefe doesn't answer. She calls him 10 more times. She claims it was all butt dials. The defense says they were looking for his phone.
Yeah.
Now,
Which they wouldn't have heard ring because it was underneath him outside.
I have another theory.
What's that?
He gets out of Karen Reed's car and he's so drunk he drops his phone.
Oh.
On the front lawn. Doesn't realize it. That's why he didn't get any of her calls when she was calling him when he got inside.
Could be.
They do whatever they do to him and they're like, oh shit, where's his phone? I don't know. And they decide to put him on top of it to make it look like he fell. Maybe. I don't know. But because why would
the idea of him dropping the phone is completely believable.
Or here's another one. He stumbles out of there. They're looking for him. Where did he go?
Right.
They find him by calling his phone. I think that's a more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because my first thing doesn't make sense. Because that would mean they put him there. We already talked that we didn't think they
I don't think they put him there.
I think
fall there.
I think he ran out of there. He got out of there. And they were looking for him. And they were calling his phone.
Yeah. It's completely possible.
So he claims that, or the defense says they were so panicked, they were looking for his phone. And now we learned that Brian Albert and Brian Higgins both destroyed their phones.
That's amazing.
The day before they are given a formal notice not to destroy their phones.
Oh.
And he drives to like a military base and throws it away and destroys the SIM card.
And, it's not at all possible that someone within, I don't know, the investigation could say, guys, tomorrow you're going to get this. This is coming down.
Yeah.
This is about to happen.
Maybe the lead investigator would say that, maybe.
Maybe someone named Michael Proctor might have said that.
So at 2:27 a.m., Jen McCabe Googles "has to die in cold."
Just going back to the phones real quick. Going back to the phones real quick. I have old iPhones around this house.
Amanda, I have like 5 of them sitting behind me in a basket.
We have a bunch of old cell phones in this house. When we get a new one, unless we have to trade it in, it just gets thrown in a box. It's not destroyed.
No. Little Miss Recap will be right back after this break. For ad-free episodes, visit littlemissrecap.com/support. So she's trying to say, Jen McCabe is trying to say that Karen asked her to Google this and it was done at 6:23. Now, I don't believe this.
I don't believe it either.
She says she repeated that search at 6:23 and 6:24, but the 2:27 was deleted. So Adam Lally calls 2 experts that say, so here's what they're saying happened. They're saying when she got home at 2-something in the morning, she was on Google and she was looking something up. She never closed the tab. Okay. Now she opens her phone back up at 6:30. And because she opened that tab at 2-something, it registers that was when
the active tab.
Yeah. I don't think these people are like open and closing tabs.
No. Do you know how many open tabs I have right now?
Yeah.
On Chrome. Let's take a look. And I'm obviously not doing anything hinky. So they say. Let's see. Chrome. If I go to Chrome right now, I have 55 tabs open. Safari, I bet, is worse because if I click on something, then it'll go there sometimes.
That might be a problem. Amanda.
Safari. I don't know. It doesn't even tell me how many. Oh, well, 30. Only 31 there.
Well, the defense is saying these people, what they're saying, yeah, that's true. That does happen. But they have the wrong iOS. They're operating off an old iOS. So, okay. Karen doesn't want to spend any more time on this. She's like, I'm done talking about this. And she wants to talk a little bit about how she looks on TV. Okay. Now we learn the feds are investigating Proctor. And Alan Jackson says Proctor should have been conflicted off the case.
Yep.
And that's it. Now we get the part of the documentary that everybody was waiting for. Michael Proctor
Proctor's
having
testimony.
to read his text messages to a courtroom full of people.
About Karen.
It's so fucking fantastic. So they bring up, and Alan Jackson's like, I can't fucking wait to get this person on the stand. I think it's him, or is it David Yannetti? I forget. Jackson.
If I were an attorney and I had this, I knew this was coming up, I'd be like, it's finally the day.
Yep. So they say, Mr. Proctor, here is a group text between you and 8 of your high school friends only a day after the murder. Someone asks, she hot at least? And now Proctor's reading these. Right. Proctor has to read, yeah, she's a babe. Weird accent, though. No ass. She's a whack job C-word. He called her a really bad R-word. Which he had to actually
say in court.
He had to say it in court.
On the record, he had to say, this woman's a cunt. Yep. On the record. Yep. It's great.
He called her a really bad R-word. And then he says, no nudes so far.
Yep.
Amanda, what would he have done if he had found a nude?
Sent it to everybody he knew.
Isn't that illegal?
I believe that is called revenge porn. And that would be a problem.
Yeah. So they asked Karen how she felt about this. And she says, I didn't feel humiliated at all because he said those things, not me.
Good for her.
Okay.
I mean, hey, if
she will not be slut shamed.
She will not be slut shamed. But here's the if someone said those things about me, I'd feel some type of way. This woman is ice cold and has a real strong sense of herself and isn't going to be swayed by bullshit.
No.
I kind of envy that.
I know, me too. Proctor's sister texted him and he replied, hopefully she kills herself.
Yeah.
He is the lead investigator on this case.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't he also say a lot of shitty stuff about her Crohn's disease?
Yeah. And then that wasn't in this documentary, but yes, he did.
Yeah. She's
a bitch. She's a whack job. She's got no ass. She's fucked. And I wrote, watching Alan Jackson freak out on Proctor is really entertaining.
It is.
And
it's real great.
And you hear Alan Jackson saying whack job C-word. You hear Alan Jackson.
Oh, yeah. He's like, oh
people
my God,
are
that
like,
would be so fun.
People are like, well, that was bad.
That didn't go good.
Okay, we finally arrived to episode 5.
Finally, here we are.
The verdict. They bring in Trooper Paul. He is a crash reconstructionist. And he says, according to the computer data from the Lexus, she backed up for 65 feet and hit something at 24 miles an hour and then abruptly stopped. This guy's so nervous on the stand, he could barely read. Alan Jackson tears him apart. It's almost painful to watch.
It is.
He has no degrees in any scientific disciplines.
No.
He has an associate's degree in administrative justice. This guy can't prove where the point of impact was. The defense is like, okay, let us show you how this is done. They bring in 2 experts from ARCA now they can't say this in court, but they're 2 crash reconstructionists that the FBI is using. And these men are very well credentialed. And they say there's no way a vehicle killed John O'Keefe.
Yeah, shouldn't you have physicists and shit for this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friends believe that he was holding a cocktail glass that he brought from the Waterfall bar. The car hit him at 24 miles an hour, spun him around, and he hit his head on the asphalt curb. Nope. Nope. Do you know how hard you would get hit at 24 miles an hour?
Yeah.
You would have a broken bone.
Yeah.
You would have significant bruising.
Internal injuries.
He had nothing. He had nothing below the waist. So the medical examiner says he had injuries to his head and signs of hypothermia. That was the cause of death, but I could not determine the manner of death.
Which I found interesting. I was like, oh, that makes sense. It never, because we've watched so many murder documentaries. We've solved so many murders from our couch that it's always, what's the cause of death? What's the cause of death? The cause of death will tell you everything. Yeah. Well, it may not.
No. May not. Can't tell you the manner.
The cause of death was a head injury. She can't tell you how that head injury got to him.
Correct.
Right.
He had almost no injuries below the waist, no broken bones, and she testifies that it does not look like a typical pedestrian injury. They did find DNA on Karen's taillight and hair of John O'Keefe's, but the defense says his DNA would have been all over that car. They were in a relationship.
Right.
They also questioned how the hair it was one hair, how it would stay on the car, which is driven 60 miles in a blizzard.
We talked about that with Ace and Caitlin because they were like, well, like, guys, you don't understand what it's like driving in a blizzard.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense.
The prosecution says, well, maybe the hair was frozen in place.
Okay.
That I could see that if it was 20 degrees below zero.
Yeah.
But it was probably 20 degrees.
Yeah.
So now we get the plow driver, Lucky. And this guy's a problem because people say he's changed his story like 10 times. There was and they didn't cover this in the documentary, but there's something about, did he see Brian Higgins' Jeep there or didn't he? He was saying he did, then he was saying he didn't. So it's like this whole thing. He makes a pass at 2:45 in the morning. He says his plow has very good lights on it. They have a wide breadth to them.
Yep.
A wash. They would call that a wash. And he doesn't see the body.
Right.
Okay. The defense is real happy with Lucky. They think he was great. Alan says, you have a closing, and this is huge. So now they're closing the case. They're closing arguments. He says, there's a lot here. This is the kind of case where it's like you have to eat the elephant one bite at a time. I really liked that. I
like that too. Yeah. I like these attorneys. They're good.
Karen's real involved in this case, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
Alan knocks his closing statement out of the park. He's
great.
Does a great job. Mr. Lally, not so much.
No, doesn't go good for him.
He goes over. They have to stop him. Okay, the jury, we know this now, deliberates for 6 hours. The judge gets a note. They want the cert search. And the judge refuses to give it to them. I just wrote, that is fucking wild.
That's wild to me.
Why wouldn't you want these people who are deciding this woman's life to have every piece of evidence they need?
Yep. Agreed.
I don't like this judge.
I don't like this judge either. Plus, they probably got bullied in middle school.
Now we see Karen start to break down. And she's crying. She says she wants to hug her dad today because it could be the last time she ever does. Like it's hitting her.
I feel like it really hits her here. Yeah.
So basically, they're deadlocked. We know this. And Karen starts to cry when the defense team leaves. Alan says, don't worry, this is a success. It's not a victory, but it's a success. He says a victory is you being found not guilty. And that's kind of where we end. The state has said they're going to retry her and they'll do it no matter how many times they need to. And it's happening now. We know this is happening now.
Yep, right now.
Proctor was suspended in 2024. There's a new prosecutor. And that's it. So I just have a note here. Like what's not in the doc is the stuff with Colin Albert, which I don't really want to get into because I don't know it well enough.
Okay.
The missing Sally Port video, which we talked about, the floors being redone. But I also wanted to ask you, what did I want to ask you? We have the Apple Watch data. Is there anything else you could think of that wasn't in here?
No, but there's the Sandra Birchmore.
Oh, yes. The connection. Yeah. Let's talk about that.
So Sandra Birchmore so I actually have the timeline from Boston.com.
Okay.
So here, this last week, former Stoughton. So Stoughton is right next to Canton, I believe. Let's just make sure I'm not making that up. Or I'm making that, you know what I mean.
How do you spell it?
Oh, I'm just going to look at Canton, Massachusetts. Let's see.
I see it. Okay. So it is.
Yeah, it's right next door.
Okay.
It's literally right next door. So,
yep. So the same kind of people are involved here.
Former Stoughton Police Detective Matthew Farwell was federally indicted on charges that he killed 23-year-old Sandra Birchmore. So here's what this is. So on February 4th, 2021, 24-year-old Sandra Birchmore was found dead in her Canton, Massachusetts apartment. Her death was initially ruled a suicide by asphyxia. Federal authorities later determined that her death was a homicide, with a local police officer alleged to have killed her. Birchmore case has drawn parallels to the Karen Reed case, another high-profile investigation in Norfolk County. Both cases involve allegations of law enforcement misconduct and have raised questions about the integrity of the investigations conducted by local authorities. So who is Sandra Birchmore? Sandra Birchmore, let's give a little timeline on her. Sandra Birchmore in March of 2010 was 12.
12, guys. 12.
12. She applies to be a participant in the Staunton Police Explorers Academy program.
Okay,
Cool.
fine.
Sounds like a thing a 12-year-old might want to do.
Sounds fun.
March 2012, 2 years later, Matthew Farwell is hired by the Staunton Police Department. He begins serving as an instructor for the Police Explorers. So now, at 14, he has met Sandra Birchmore.
Mm-hmm.
From September 2011 to June 2012, Farwell begins meeting with Birchmore. During her freshman year of high school, Birchmore tells others that Farwell is helping her with her homework. October 28th, 2012, Farwell sends Birchmore a friend request on Facebook. 2013, he gets married. Later, also in 2013, then 27 years old, has sex with 15-year-old Birchmore.
This
allegedly
guy is
committing
a
statutory
scumbag.
rape. He's a total scumbag. Evidence suggests that they began meeting up to have sex at Farwell's police vehicles and other
She's
places
15,
regularly.
guys.
She's 15. Farwell introduces the idea of choking during sexual encounters, and the two continue a sexual relationship that features rape fantasies where Birchmore would pretend to be the victim of Farwell's simulated assaults. Farwell uses sex to punish her for getting bad grades, having intercourse with other people, or lying. 2017, William Farwell, twin brother of Matthew, becomes a Staunton police officer as well.
Okay.
2020, Matthew Farwell texts Birchmore, "I'm going to sneak away from work quick." It is part of an alleged pattern where Farwell would shirk his duties, basically to go hang out with a child. Birchmore texts a friend in 2020 telling them that Farwell had taken her virginity before she was 16 and that they've been having sexual relations for almost 10 years. I'm not going to go into all of this. Long story short, Sandra Birchmore gets pregnant.
Mm-hmm. With his child. Mm-hmm.
And now he's got to get rid of her.
Yep.
And he does.
Yeah.
Let me make sure.
And Proctor's involved in this.
That's what I want to say. I believe
he's
part of
the
that.
investigator.
Michael Proctor, Sandra Birchmore case. Did Michael Proctor investigated Sandra Birchmore?
Yeah, I think he's the investigator.
Yep. Sent effects of reference security. Former cop alleged, blah, 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 blah. He has something to do with this as well. One of the happened for the troops. Two officers in relationship with Birchmore. God, she was adorable.
There is
a whole culture of police corruption in Canton, Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm,
the FBI has come in. The Department of Justice has come in to investigate because there's so much corruption going on here. Mm-hmm. And I think Karen Reed is just one of Sandra Birchmore is two of many.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you. Yeah. I think he was one of the investigators on that case, which is the problem because he's clearly covering up for another police officer.
Yep.
Okay. So let's go through our theories. So you laid out yours. Let's talk a little bit more about mine because I think it's evolving as we speak.
Okay.
So I'm thinking he definitely goes in the house. We can agree on that.
Yes.
They get in a fight. He goes in the house.
Uh-huh.
Something happens in that house. Chloe attacks him.
Uh-huh.
I think we can agree on that.
Yeah.
I like your theory. He comes out of the house. He's, disoriented. He's drunk. He's hurt.
Yeah.
He's shit-faced.
He's gotten his head beaten in. He's gotten bitten by a dog. It's dark out. It's snowing out. It's blizzard snowing. You can't see. And I think he stumbles and I think he falls in a snowdrift. And I think wherever he fell, he was there long enough that his body melted the snow down to the grass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that would happen.
And I think he froze to death.
And so the alternative theory that I was working with is he comes out, he sees Karen is pulling away or still there.
Mm-hmm.
He runs towards her car yelling something.
Mm-hmm.
She's so pissed off she leaves him. He throws the glass. That's
possible. My only issue with that is he would had to have not been in the house very long.
Yeah, well because she
Wi-Fi
gets home and she
connects to his Wi-Fi quickly. So he would had to have not been in the house very long.
Yeah.
I just don't know if all of that would have happened to him in the house that quickly.
Well, what's throwing me is the cocktail glass because you
He
don't
could
go.
very well have thrown it before
I
he
think
even
he
went in
threw
the
it
house.
before he went in the house. I think they got into a fight. He threw the glass at the car.
Right. She's saying, I told him to go in to make sure it was okay that we were there. It could very well have been, I don't want to
Fuck
go to
you,
your
I'm
fucking
going
friend's
in.
house. I'm
Mhm.
leaving. Fuck you. Blah, blah,
Mhm.
blah. He
But
gets out of the car.
there had to have been something to get her to think her first initial thing is I hit him.
Mm-hmm. That she may have just seen him behind the car.
Yeah. 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 They had some kind of confrontation.
Do we know when she pulled up to the house was the passenger side on the side of the house or was the driver's side on the side of the house? Because if the driver's side was on the side of the house, he could very well have gotten out of the passenger seat because she was driving and walked behind him. And that's when she could have seen him and then walked into the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 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 So, yeah, that's an interesting theory because if she is further from the house, so if the passenger side of her car is at the curb,
right,
he gets out. See, I was thinking initially maybe he threw the glass at the taillight, but maybe not. Maybe she broke the taillight when she backed.
right.
But there's also a mark in the middle of the trunk.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I think he threw the glass at her because the glass is shattered, but it also could have been shattered in a fall.
Yeah.
But I don't think he went into the house and came out with the glass. That would be weird.
I don't think he would have put down the glass in the house, particularly if he's having a fight with these people.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have thrown the glass and it could have damaged the taillight such that when she got home and then she hits John's car with it, it's already somewhat compromised. And it really, I don't know.
I just think they had a bigger fight out there than she's letting on.
Probably. Because it seems like all they did was fight.
Yeah, they had a fight. But something happened in that house. And I don't think that I really don't think the Alberts and the McCabe's were like, we got to make this look like Karen did it.
Mm-mm.
I think they were panicked. Somebody saw him on that lawn and they were like, shit. And then when Karen called Jen McCabe, everybody's like, oh, she thinks she hit him.
Right. So let's go with it.
They found the convenient
Let's just push that narrative.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
they're all lying. And I guarantee you, it's been 2 years. Mark my words, within 2 more years, somebody's going to crack. Because you can't, the prosecution is kind of right when they say, oh, I can't imagine all these people keep the secret. They're not going to. Somebody is going to. The McCabe's are going to break up. The Alberts are going to break up. Something's going to happen. It always comes out.
Someone's going to get drunk one night and feel real bad and have some like broke down confession somewhere.
Yep. So bottom line, and I think we're both agreed on this. I could never convict this woman.
No, I could never convict this woman either.
Even if, let's talk about a world where she hits him.
Yeah.
By accident. The investigation or on purpose.
Fucked up.
I still couldn't. A reasonable doubt has been established.
The investigation was done so poorly that there's no way to convict her. There just isn't. It's not beyond a reasonable doubt, and that is the bar.
Standard. That's the standard. And if we take the jury, take being a juror for what it really means, that is the bar.
Yeah.
Is there reasonable doubt? To me, there's reasonable doubt. We don't know what happened.
We don't.
So there we go. We did it, Amanda.
We solved it.
Except
we didn't really. But
I need I need to get a little gavel.
You need a ding ding.
Yeah, something. Like we solved it.
Ding.
Yeah. Like, do you ever listen to the podcast What a Creep?
No.
I think you'd really like them.
Okay. I've never heard of it.
They have a little thing like, we got one. Because they tell us who's a creep and who's not in the world. So it's important that we pay attention to them.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for going on this journey.
Thank
Amanda,
you for being here with us.
Do you think we covered everything?
I think we did. I think we did a good job. I think we were fair. I think we had what I think is the interesting conversation of, is she likable? And who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah. Guys, if you haven't already and you would like to support the show, please jump over on our Patreon. It's at littlemissrecap.com/support. That will show you the way to join Patreon or Apple subscriptions.
Or the way to San Jose. No, it won't show you that.
No,
it'll just show you the way to support us.
No, I can't give directions anywhere.
Do you know the way to San Jose?
Also, give us a 5-star review.
Please. That would be wonderful.
text this episode to someone else you know is into Karen Reed, which everybody's talking about this.
Unless you're one of our husbands and you have no clue what's happening,
then
which
you
is
have
fine.
no clue who she is. Fine, whatever. And finally, join our Facebook group, Backdoor Friends. The link is in the show notes. And while you're there, click on one of the links for our sponsors and let them know that you're listening to our show.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. And we'll see you for our next case.
Woo-woo.
Ooh, okay. Bye.
Take care, everyone. Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to Little Miss Recap. If you'd like to support the show, the best way you can do that is to join our Twin Flame universe, which is our Patreon, Supercast, and Apple subscription feeds. The links for those are in the show notes. You get ad-free episodes and a ton of bonus content. You can also subscribe to the feed so you don't miss an episode, share the show with a friend, and leave a 5-star review. To contact the show, please email me directly at amy@littlemissrecap.com or join our Facebook group, Backdoor Friends. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.